My name is Florence Shako. I am the founder and executive director of the Center for Education Policy and Climate Justice. We fondly call it CEPCJ. CEPCJ was founded in 2023 with the objective of advancing climate justice and respect for human rights for all. We have various programs under CEPCJ, and those include climate justice, responsible business conduct, civic freedoms, and peace building. The Cultivating Justice project is part of the Responsible Business Conduct program. It is a 3-year project in which we are collaborating with Dan Church Aid Kenya and Pamoja Trust, and it is funded by the European Union and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Denmark, Danida. It is a project where we join efforts to enhance responsible business conduct in Kenya's agribusiness sector through various initiatives. So for example, for CEPCJ, our role is to advance trainings. We are conducting 4 trainings a year for the 3 years, making a total of 12 trainings on responsible business conduct.
I like to think that the trainings that we have been doing have been extremely effective in ensuring that there is awareness in what actions even individuals can take to contribute towards the larger goal of ensuring that there is climate justice. One of the things that we do is tie it to responsible business conduct, particularly under the angle of business and human rights.
So we conducted trainings last year on responsible business conduct, but for this year we are shifting to advancing decent work, which is very important in the agribusiness sector, because we want to talk to private sector actors about the importance of the pillars of decent work, such as job creation, the rights of workers at the workplace, social dialogue, and social protection, and to talk to them why these pillars are so important in terms of implementation. We also want to encourage the elimination of all forms of forced labor and child labor in agribusiness. As a worker, you also have a right to remedy and protection, so that victims of forced labor have the right to file complaints. The problem of filing the complaints is the fear of retaliation.
We learned more about decent jobs and how decent jobs are helping to impact people out there. For example, job creation. Job creation includes entrepreneurship, helping to create jobs for others. And then there's social protection in the job. You need to know that people have their rights out there, and their rights must be keen. The employers must be keen on these rights so that they can produce a fairly working environment to people, which is decent, and people can work in an environment which is comfortable.
And that like work has to be simple, safe, does not interfere with your education, and not hazardous. But if you are 16, you can start working. So with that background, we see here there is a 13-year-old boy who is helping his mother to weed and also water crops.
In advancing decent work, what we are targeting is labor rights in the environment, in the justice, rather in the environmental and agricultural sector. Most of the actors, we've noticed this is an area that's actually prone to child labor worldwide and forced labor. And so we thought it is one of the areas that we can target through our training to see and be able to measure the impact that we have by seeing how much awareness is going to improve the outcomes in relation to labor law.
My name is Pauline Juguna from Feeding Futures, an organization based in Nakuru County. Today's topic on advancing decent work practices within the agribusiness sector was very crucial and key, bearing in mind we are one of the stakeholders within the county, within the agribusiness sector. One of the key pointers that I was able to come out with was that it is really important and essential that fair labor standards are practiced to ensure that maximized production is achieved. This way, everyone benefits.
Written contract. You're coming to my farm to work just for today. You're coming to my work to guard the shamba for this kind of period. When you have a proper written contract, then when something happens, there's no fight, there's no quarrel, everything is written with evidence.
And this will also caution you from the risk of being sued. And it will also caution you from being accused of underpayment And also you will caution yourself from theft.
Outside of the indicators that you are able to get from monitoring and evaluation, I think the immediate results have just been watching and observing some of the trainees, even in the first cohort, being able to go and talk to colleagues and compatriots and people that they know through word of mouth, and inviting them to our trainings when they know that a specific area that we are training in is going to be impactful in that person's area of operation or area of work. Seeing those results in real time means that we are actually having an impact even in the training in the initial onset. But I think the more effective indicators are going to be identified through the monitoring and evaluation and learning process.
My take home from this training is that there should be synergy between the employees and the employers, and that way we'll get not 100%, but close to 100% effectiveness.
My name is Naomi Njere from NARI Agency, a domestic staffing agency where we are dedicated in providing a reliable help to every home. Today here we have learned a lot about how we should conduct ourselves, how we should behave with our employees to improve human rights. One of the things we have learned in decent work action, number one, is to encourage social dialogue. When you're communicating with your employees, you'll have to know what's going on and what's the thing that they're discouraging them.
We are going to expand our trainings into other counties. We have just started in Nakuru County, so we will continue to train private sector actors in advancing decent work in Nyandarua County, in Nairobi Metropolis, which involves Murang'a, Kiambu, Kajiado. So from SEPCJ, you can expect more trainings, collaboration with universities and academia to make sure that we have hackathons and we have curriculum review to include business and human rights, as well as toolkits being disseminated to the various private sector actors to monitor compliance with responsible business conduct.